the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They are such a talented... Team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Fielded at the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got up. Now, could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Doug Costin in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And here comes Berrios. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Quick slant to Watson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the Pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Rookie Jermaine Johnson going all the way from last chance U to now dropping NFL quarterbacks. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Zerline's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. In motion left is Cobb.
Hey, take 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On play action, Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's knocking out the first down. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rodgers again now. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Cobb goes in motion left. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a 1st down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ryan Knoll, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. But a leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. And As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Binds, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devontae Wyatt in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This for a fourth-quarter lead. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now Rodgers. Able to find Jones, but no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers to throw. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. It's complete, Lazard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's back to throw. Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Lazard.
And he is going to be out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, and they will fail to convert here on 4th down.
Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. You know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they would never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't check